Well, our coverage of former President Trump's day in federal court. He pled not guilty to 37 charges.
Fox 32 legal analyst Karen Conti joins us now, first at 4, for insight on all of this. And Karen, even one of these charges could bring significant jail time and fines if Trump is found guilty. He says it's not going to impact his race for the White House. What do you think?
Anytime you have an indictment, it's going to affect your personal life and your professional life. There are going to be deadlines. There are going to be court appearances. He has to be involved with his lawyers on strategy and reviewing documents and coming up with a strategy. And, you know, Donald Trump wants to run for president, and that's what's important to him. But what should be more important to him is his freedom. And I do think this is going to impact his campaign, and his campaign is going to adversely impact his ability to prepare for this trial.
This past week, you updated us on just how specific this indictment was, which carried 37 charges. Given the specificity of everything in there, Karen, who in your mind has a tougher battle in the weeks and months ahead, Trump and his defense team or the prosecution?
Definitely Trump and his defense team. I encourage your viewers to read this indictment. It reads like a novel. There's no legalese in it. It has a lot of facts that back up all of the things that the government intends to prove. And I don't have any reason to believe that they don't have the facts that they say they have. Recorded conversations, text, emails, all kinds of evidence and pictures, all different things that lead to the idea that he knew these things were classified, that he hid them, and he lied to the government about them being hidden. And even one situation where he showed documents to a third party. So I think that there is an uphill battle here. I think the only saving grace might be the fact that the jury pool in Miami is going to be a little pro-Trump.
I'm going to challenge your first response to the first question we had, because you indicated that he should pay more attention to these charges, but then he should campaigning and on the campaign trail. But if he is to become president, can he not pardon himself if he is found guilty?
Well, that's a good point. You know, should he be spending his time trying to win so he can pardon himself? You got a good point there, Natalie. But I do have to say that it's still a question mark whether or not a president can pardon himself. The legal scholars go both ways on it. We've never had it happen. We've never had a situation, and it would definitely be something that would have to be challenged in the court process. But if I were Trump, I wouldn't rely on the ability to do that and just blow off the preparation for trial.
One more question for you, Karen. In terms of the political nature of this, so a lot of chatter out there about there being a double standard between how Donald Trump is being treated and the way, for example, Hillary Clinton or Mike Pence or President Biden has been treated with regard to similar offenses, similar carrying of classified documents which left the premises in Washington. What is your message in terms of sorting through this so-called double standard? Is there something that Trump did that those other politicians did not?
Yes, I completely agree that Donald Trump, he had these documents, he knew he had these documents, and instead of just turning them over to the government and complying with their simple request, he hid them, he lied, and he covered it up. And he tried to get his lawyers to help him, he tried to get his aide to help him. He's now indicted. So I truly believe that, Anthony, that if he had just turned them over, we would not have had this indictment. The government would have gone away and they would have not pursued charges. So that's a huge difference between the other cases.
Got it. Okay. Fox 32 legal analyst Karen Conti, thank you as always for joining us and your insight this afternoon. We appreciate it.